Hey guys, welcome back to another Skyrim mods video. Today's video is just a handful of mods that I found while checking new mods, thinking that these will be interesting. If they blew up while I was recording this, I had no idea, but most of these I thought you guys would find interesting. Nonetheless, if you found a mod that you like, don't forget to endorse the mod author. Every mod will be linked down in the description. And also while you're down there, don't forget to leave a like on the video. And let's dive right in. The first mod up today, overhauling the mineral pools near volcanic areas in Skyrim. This mod is called Real Water for Volcanic Mineral Pools. It's a pretty simple name. With this mod installed, mineral pools will now have water that you can visibly see and walk through, rather than it just being a fake texture added to the area with fake animations. And there is two versions for this mod. The first version basically copies the color and texture of the vanilla mineral pools. But the second option, which is the one that I highly recommend, uses whatever texture you currently have installed in your game, just so it blends better, and that's why I recommend it. This mod uses base object swapper to make all of its changes, so it should be pretty compatible with anything that you have in your mod list. Up next, a massive combat mod that was finally brought to all versions of Skyrim. This mod is called Combat Pathing Revolution. Originally, this mod by the mod author wasn't for Anniversary Edition, but with this mod it has finally been patched for Anniversary. You still need the original mod for this mod to work. Combat Pathing Revolution, without technical terms, basically allows for NPCs to determine your distance as well as how close their allies are, so now that you can see them more so circling your character and also backing up and then jumping back forward based on how close your character is. Basically, their combat style will be based on distance now. And while I personally do think that this mod works better with vanilla style combat rather than Attack Modern Combat Overhaul, it works with Attack Modern Combat Overhaul, and it's even recommended in the mod page. And you could technically just use this to overhaul your AI combat, but it is compatible with pretty much anything. Up next, we have a massive overhaul for Riverwood, a town that everyone loves. This mod is called Riverwood Has Walls. And also Riverwood Has Charm, but it has been combined into one. This mod is a massive dynamic overhaul of Riverwood. Riverwood Has Charm is probably the first part of this mod that you will see. All the new building extensions and the generally new architecture that you can decide if you want to keep vanilla or have a more Cities of the North or unique farmhouse look. And based on if you know your mods, you'll probably notice that immediately. And I am using JK Skyrim in this video because it has a patch for it and I didn't feel like disabling that because that would take a lot of work. But as you can see, it works with it. And it also has a separate patch collection that is separate from the main mod that also comes with its own patch collection. I'll also link that down in the description, but it is by a different mod author. But as I said, Riverwood Has Charm is definitely the first and main part that you'll notice, but the dynamic part and the most important part is the Riverwood Has Walls. To activate Riverwood Has Walls, all you have to do is start the main quest, and after you talk to Jarl Balgriff about the dragon attack, when he says he will send guards to Riverwood because it is of most immediate danger, he actually does it with this mod over time. Or you can set it to immediately in the MCM or with console commands. But as you visit Riverwood over time, you'll see NPCs slowly building new structures around Riverwood as a form of defense. And of course, because of that, it won't be anything fancy considering this is a Jarl's immediate response to a dragon. I don't really think any walls will really work here, but at least he tried. And also from an immersive standpoint, this mod just makes sense. You can also pick and choose which changes you would like to have. You can just have the charm changes or the architecture changes. You don't have to have everything. There is a light version when you first install the mod. The next mod up is a pretty simple mod. It's an overhaul for the Daedric Prince weapon, the quest we all hate doing, the Dawnbreaker. This is a complete cosmetic overhaul. This mod is called Ark's Dawnbreaker Redux. And while I did say that this is an overhaul, this is completely cosmetic, so it should work with all artifact overhauls that you may be using like JS or just complete gameplay overhauls. This mod, from my opinion, and just the cosmetic changes, makes the sword a lot longer, so it isn't a short sword but more of a long one. And as you can see, it added new wings to the sword rather than just a complete circle. It also makes the sword look closer to dwarven weapons. Okay, so we all know about the mod alternate perspective, and if you didn't know, it's a new alternate start mod. Well, not technically new, but it's an alternative to the original one. But now we have an extension to that. This mod is called Adventurer Start, an alternate perspective add-on. This mod adds many new starts to alternate perspective, like being ambushed at a certain point on the map, or even just torturing yourself and starting in a spike pit with half your health near a bandit camp. I don't recommend that unless you know how to run. And even if you choose not to do the spike pit, you can also become a bounty hunter. It will spawn you near bounties that you can either kill or capture, but at least this time I recommend grabbing weapons because these starts will not give you new equipment because you choose your equipment during the start. And if you want to go extreme, you can also become a prisoner inside of a bandit fort with multiple new locations like in the Pale. But honestly, it really doesn't matter. Just know you'll have to fight your way out. A start that should have been in the beginning of alternate perspective is starting in the Orc Stronghold. This one just spawns you in the Orc Stronghold, already an ally of them, so I recommend this if you're going as an Orc starter. But the best one is definitely the last one. This one has you set up inside of a vampire cave and then with followers of Stendar coming to save you. The way that I believe that this is set up is that they come and kill pretty much everything. They have the wizards being one shot, but you need a key to get out, so you pretty much are stuck watching the cutscene until they murder everyone, and then they do a brief talking to you and let you out, and then you can just go loot everyone. Next up, a new armor mod. This mod goes by the name Sellsword Armor by FB. There's also a patch for Himbo to use it on male characters, which I recommend trying out at least. At base, this mod supports all major body types, leaving none out, even UBE, but this is strictly for female characters unless you use that patch I mentioned beforehand. This armor also comes with its own unique dagger, and because as you're seeing, it comes with multiple different color variants, all just offering a new cosmetic theme, nothing really to advantage over one color to the next, but the dagger also comes with multiple different colors just in case you want to match. In a brief explanation for this mod, it is a light armor for female characters that can be distributed to certain NPCs if you grab another spin mod for it. And to get this armor, all you have to do is craft it at the Skyforge. There's no real reason for it to be crafted at the Skyforge, it was just convenient for the mod author, so I can't complain about that. But I do have a mod that makes it kind of hard to use the Skyforge unless I do the Companions questline. But that is my own fault that it is complicated now. Up next, a simple mod for Solitude. This mod is called HFS Solitude Well. This is a super simple overhaul for the Solitude Well, adding signs signifying every single shop inside of the market that for some reason no one even uses, but it also adds a new roof to the top of it and just new added additions. There's not much to this overhaul to be honest, but it is a nice one. Honestly, this is just one of those small overhaul mods that you just add to your game just because it looks nice. There's no real reason for you to have this other than you having a modding addiction. Another combat mod for this video, we have a mod for the Sabre Cats. This mod is called Sabre Cat Attack Animations. Just like every other attack animation inside of Skyrim that has been getting added within the last year, now we have one for Sabre Cats that allow them for new attack animations replacing their old ones. And also the way this is set up, they can now combo. You honestly won't see them comboing too much, but with the way that these attack animations are set up, most of the time they attack you with one hand or the other one, before lunging at you sometimes, but mainly they just attack with one hand now, giving you time to counter and dodge them. And generally the attack animations are based on distance. So this mod also takes advantage of Combat Pathing Revolution, which is the main mod that I recommend for this video. The rest are if you can't live without them. The next mod brings us to Robber's Gorge for a new personal overhaul. This mod is called Robber's Gorge by Snoz. There have been other Robber's Gorge overhauls, but this one takes a smaller personal touch to it, adding new bandits to the area and also small new structures as you get closer to the area. This isn't a complete overhaul, but it does add enough to make it look new. The biggest change that you might notice is the brand new Watch Destroy Tower. Also, a quick note, don't forget to download the resource pack. If you already have it installed, make sure you download the newest version, or you might crash or have flickering item. This mod has been completely nav meshed, and it also adds a new entrance inside of the Robber's Gorge. There's still the original entrance, but now there's another way just in case you want to avoid conflict. And lastly, we have a mod overhauling the giants around Skyrim, and probably a mod you'll see me using from now on. This mod is called Mythical Giants Replacer. As you can see, this mod kind of replaces them in a more modern term of fantasy and mythical, replacing them with 3D new models that look amazing. The original download size is pretty small because it comes in 2K textures, but even with it being 2K and these being so big, none of the textures really stretch. But if it does bother you, you can download the 4K version. And what I really love about this mod is that it doesn't just replace the regular giants, it also replaces the frost giants, but there is an optional file if you want to just replace the frost giants instead, but I highly recommend replacing all of them, just so you can get a consistent look because it replaces all 3 variants of the normal giants as well. And for my testing, this mod is not compatible with Mihaw's frost giants, or else your frost giants will turn invisible. Other than that, it works with everything else. And that was pretty much it for today, guys. Like I said, a pretty simple video, just new mods that I think you guys will end up loving. And if you did end up liking some of the mods, make sure to hit that like button down below. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, guys.